You ever think you know someone, like really know them, only to find out they've been hiding a whole other life? That's where I was after 40 years of marriage. I'm Ellen, and my husband, Tom, was my rock, or so I thought. We built a life together, kids, grandkids, a cozy house filled with memories. But last year, something felt off. He'd get these secretive phone calls, slip out for errands that took hours. I asked for our marriage certificate for some paperwork, nothing big, just updating records. Tom laughed, his eyes cold. "Don't you have better things to do?" he mocked. That stung. But what shattered me was what I found later that night, tucked under our bed, a marriage certificate. Not ours. His and hers, some woman named Carla. My heart stopped. 40 years, and he'd been living a lie? I didn't confront him. I didn't cry. I just packed my bags, slipped out into the night, and vanished. Little did he know, I owned something that'd turn his world upside down. So I'm gone, right? Just me, a suitcase, and a burning ache in my chest. Let me back up. Tom and I met in '83 at a diner. He was charming, all smiles and big dreams. We got married a year later, built a life in this small town. 2 kids, a mortgage, the usual. But Tom changed over time. He got distant, always. Working late. I chalked it up to stress, running his auto shop ain't easy. But those late nights? Those business trips? I should have seen the signs. Finding that marriage certificate with Carla's name gutted me. Who was she? How long had this been going on? I checked into a motel, hands shaking, replaying his mockery. Don't you have better things to do? Oh, I did. I owned the deed to our house, the shop, everything. Tom didn't know I'd quietly put it all in my name years ago, just in case. I wasn't ready to play that card yet. I needed answers. Who was Carla? And why was he hiding a secret marriage? The betrayal was raw, but I wasn't done digging. I spent days piecing things together, holed up in that dingy motel. My daughter, Sarah, called, worried sick. "Mom, where are you? Dad's acting weird." I didn't tell her about the marriage certificate or Carla. Not yet. I needed to know more. I started digging online, searching Tom's name, cross-referencing public records. Found her, Carla Jensen, 38, a real estate agent in the next town. Photos showed her at Tom's shop, all cozy at some event. My stomach churned. Was this a fling or a full-blown secret life? I called an old friend, Maggie, who's a PI. She owed me a favor. "Ellen, give me a week," she said. Meanwhile, Tom was blowing up my phone, leaving voicemails. "Where are you? This is ridiculous." Ridiculous? The nerve. Maggie found bank statements, joined accounts with Carla. My trust was crumbling, but so was my fear. I owned the house, the business, the savings. If Tom thought he could mock me and get away with this betrayal, he was wrong. But what was his endgame? And what else was he hiding? Maggie's call came at midnight. "Ellen, you're not gonna believe this." She tailed Tom to a swanky condo, Carla's. He wasn't just cheating, he was living there half the time. Maggie found more, a second phone, hidden in his truck, with texts planning a divorce. Tom wanted to serve me papers and walk away with everything. The marriage certificate? A fake, Maggie said, likely a ploy to scare me into leaving. Voluntarily. My blood boiled. 40 years, and he thought he could toss me aside for Carla? I wasn't just hurt, I was furious. I owned every asset he thought was his. That night, I drove to our house, snuck in, and grabbed financial records. Tom wasn't home, probably with her. I found a letter in his desk, addressed to a lawyer, outlining how he'd secure his future with Carla. The betrayal cut deeper, but a plan was forming. I wasn't vanishing anymore. I was fighting back. But then, Sarah called, sobbing. "Mom, Dad's saying you abandoned us." The stakes just got higher. I confronted Tom at his shop, papers in hand, deeds, bank statements, proof of his lies. His face went white when he saw me. "Ellen, what the hell?" he stammered. I threw the fake marriage certificate on the counter. Care to explain this, Tom? Or Carla? He tried to lie, said it was a misunderstanding. I wasn't buying it. I showed him the deed to the shop, my name in bold. I own this. And the house. You're done. His jaw dropped, but then Carla walked in, all smug. So you're the ex? She sneered. That's when I dropped the bomb. I'd hired a lawyer, frozen our accounts, and filed for divorce. Tom's plan was over. But the twist? Sarah had been listening outside. She stormed in, tears streaming, and slapped her father. How could you? She screamed. Tom's world collapsed, his daughter, his business, his lies all gone. I walked out, head high, but Maggie called later. Carla wasn't just a mistress. She was pregnant. A final gut punch, but I was free. It's been 6 months since that showdown. The divorce is final, and I kept the house, the shop, everything. Tom's living in a rented apartment. Carla left him when the money dried up. Sarah's still healing, but we're closer than ever. I sold the shop, started a small bakery, something I always wanted. The betrayal still stings, but I'm not that woman hiding in a motel anymore. I found strength I didn't know I had. That marriage certificate under the bed? It was the spark that lit my fire. I learned you can't control what others do, but you can control what you do with the truth. If you're out there, feeling stuck or betrayed, know this: you're stronger than you think. Take that first step, even if it's just packing a bag. You might just find you own more than you realized.